Hello YouTube, this is Scott back with another crappy versus. So this time I'm going to be comparing Virtua Fighter 3 Tag Battle on the Dreamcast against Tekken Tag Tournament on the PS2. Well, why not? So both of these games come out, they were both launch titles for the relevant systems, and I think both of them were a bit kind of like meh when they first come out. So, you know which one I prefer. Jesus, PS2 sounds like it's going to explode down there. First impressions, this doesn't look too bad. I think this looks quite nice. I know it's a bit of a watered down version compared to the Model 3 board, and like the Sega Rally conversion, it wasn't done by Sega, it was done by Genki. Even though it does sport the AM2, that legendary logo down there. I think obviously Virtua Fighter 2 was such a tour de force on the Dreamcast, on the Saturn ROM. This was a bit of a misstep really, wasn't it? One thing I always find that with the Virtua Fighter, Sega never developed the story or the characters. They never gave them any kind of like meat to the bones. Whereas Tekken is a lot more fleshed out, and I think that's proven in the longevity of it. Virtua Fighter, I've always been a bit kind of like, I've enjoyed it, but I know it's got a real massive amount of depth to it. But it just seems a bit more, I don't know, basic. I know that's not true. Oh, I don't want to be shunned. Akira. He's normally the most difficult one to fight, isn't he? Old Akira. He's kind of seen as the Ryu.
Fight one, ready, go!
So this was the first Virtua Fighter with a dodge button, wasn't it? Graphically, I think it looks quite nice. There's certain aspects of it look a little bit basic. I think even compared to certain other Dreamcast fighters, this looks quite basic as well. You know, Elfius, the Soul Calibur. I loved back in the day Dead or Alive 2, which is predominantly based on this kind of fighting mechanic, the sort of punch and kick block. I always found Dead or Alive's easier to pick up than Virtua Fighter. It's easier to pull out the combos and stuff. Plus also it gets a lot of press because of the characters on it, doesn't it? Oi. So this is one of the new characters, sorry, isn't it? So
Fight one, ready, go!
water effects leave a lot to be desired. But I think everything in this generation was still sort of one aspect that we were trying to sort of figure out, I think, weren't it? I must admit, if you were to compare this to Virtua Fighter 2 on the PS2, you know, they look like different systems. I think Virtua Fighter 4, I think Virtua Fighter 4 is probably one of the best looking PS2 games. It looks like a 360 game.
Fight two, ready, go!
Again, would have been nice to see that on the Dreamcast, all that hidden potential. I'm sure it would have done it proud. best of 3 on it. This is the one where they drop the kind of like spaceman or moon jumping mechanics, didn't they, in Virtua Fighter 3? Yeah, a fair bit of clipping there between the character and the background. Cage.
Fight 1, ready, go!
There's some silky silver trousers. I would like to see Sega return to a Virtua Fighter. And the way they've kind of been going with a lot of their old titles and intellectual properties, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, Panzer Dragoon, Street Fighter, Panzer Dragoon, Streets of Rage, Shenmue. A lot of the old stuff's been getting a lot of love, hasn't it? So,
ready, go!
I think we're going to play Tekken Tag now. I didn't want to drag too long. So Virtua Fighter, not bad, not bad. So this is Tekken Tag. I mean, this was really one of the... This was seen as one of the major tech demos, wasn't it, when the PS2 came out. And you can really see the difference between that and Virtua Fighter. And you can clearly see why people got so wrapped up in it. You know, that graphics, this and Gran Turismo 3, really, they were the ones that sort of blew people away. Obviously this runs at a solid 60 frames a second as well. There's Kazuya, he's my man normally. Oh, get up with Jin. Hwang. Oh, wow.
Round 1, fight!
First impressions. I mean, it seems like it's higher resolution. It's got more colour and it's more vibrant than Virtua Fighter 3. It feels slower, but it plays more methodically. It feels it's not as responsive as Virtua Fighter. Now, I don't know if that's the difference just because I'm playing on the Japanese Dreamcast to a PAL PS2, so that... Shadows are much better on this. Also, I think they're just black blobs underneath, aren't they? Whereas this, they're sort of dynamic on this. They actually reflect the sort of sunlight. Is that what they're saying? I don't know. But I think on the Dreamcast defense, the Dreamcast obviously had pretty much fully 3D environments, whereas this was just a flat plane, isn't it? Against a sort of 2D background. So you can focus more power towards the characters. This was pretty much just Tekken 3 really, for the PS2 more than anything, which Tekken 3 was obviously a great looking game as well. But they just upped the ante on this. I thought it was going to crash then. I thought it was going to crash. I thought we ain't going to have it now. Yeah, that looks nice with the lighting effects, I think. That still looks good this day and age, I think. So, imagine 2000, 2001. That would look good, that. To be fair, I think Soul Calibur bests them both, really. This guy, he's like Eddie, isn't he? You just spam it all.
Round 2, fight.
The character models in this look better, but they look a bit stiffer than Virtua Fighter. I found that Virtua Fighter is a bit more. The movement seems a bit stronger. It's more free-flowing. These, they don't have much in the way of kind of. Certainly, the facial expressions look a bit kind of static. I might just be talking shit. Yeah. Right, I'm going to call it quits after this round, so we'll see if the PS2 actually loads this one. I think I might need to get a new one soon, the way that's sounding. Oof. Yeah, I think it's struggling to read it. Laser might just needs a bit of a clean, I think. Is it going to load? Is it going to load? Come on, don't do this. There we go. Oh, girl, she's getting on a little bit now.
Round 1, fight.
Nice little sun effects, sunshine. Wah. He's a very dangerous character, old Paul Wayne. He's very powerful. I remember one of my lads at school, we used to play Tekken 2 around his house on the original PlayStation. He had a PlayStation and a Saturn, and the only thing he ever played on the Saturn was Sega Rally, but he had massive PS2, PS1 games. He used to play Tekken 2, and he was always pull. He always could pull off the moves, but he sort of like, you can air juggle you. Still remember that vividly.
Round 2, fight.
I think as well, game-wise, there's much more to unlock in this, isn't there? There's so many more characters. They've each got their own individual endings. I'm not too sure if there's endings in this one. Bang. So it's not like a Street Fighter versus where your other character comes in when you die. Right, we'll call it quits. Overall, gameplay-wise, there's not a lot between them. I've always been more of a Tekken fan. Graphically-wise, Tekken probably edges it. Higher resolution, 60 frames per second. But obviously you have to consider the Dreamcast version, fully 3D environments, very early game as well. There's better fighters on both systems, but it's an interesting comparison. Cheers guys, take care.